Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. So I thought I'd jump on here today and just work. I have so much work to do. So it's kind of monotonous at the beginning when I make my bears, but I'm doing needle felting. So I thought I'd jump on. And if anybody joins, then I will share a bag I have of thrift shop stuff, or I'll share it towards the end. But I'll share it because it's what I was doing at the thrift shop was looking for something that was totally in the creative realm. And I didn't really want a stand for this bear. This is my prototype. This is the one I keep, but I didn't want a stand because I don't want the stands to push up into the fabric. I don't want it to obscure the piece. So I was looking for a stand that would just kind of sit, like where the bear could just kind of sit on it, something like this. This is just a very simple, but I can put the bear on it and it's not poking into the fabric of the bear. It's just giving it a little leverage. So that's the kind of thing I was looking for. And so I'm going to put him over there. And I'm just going to put the camera down and on my needle felting, but I'm going to preface this for those of you who are returning, welcome. And for those of you who are new, welcome. We're happy to have you. This channel is all about eco-friendly art or recycled art or making art with materials that are recycled, used, that you can reuse, repurpose. And your art, and art can be anything. I mean, from mixed media to your textile art, like I have on the wall, to organic. So I focus on eco-friendly, organic, and we talk a whole lot also about culturally inspired art. So, but today I am focusing on my needle felting. So with this, I am making a bear like this one I just showed you. And this is the center of it. We have quite a ways to go. It looks like a really big ostrich egg right now. But when it gets a little bit bigger, then I start forming the body a little. I leave it very drafty, like in a draft, until I start forming the legs and different body parts. So anyway, with that, I thought I'd just jump on and share. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm just moving things around. I'm like really sharing, kind of working in who are interested. And so you'll see me kind of moving around a lot here and just kind of working. Because if I don't do this, then I don't get on here as much because this is what I'm doing when I'm not on here. So I thought I'd share it with you. And just moving things around to make sure we've got everything plugged in to keep us all connected. So, and there we go. Okay. So, and we'll still do our lives. We have a Patreon. So, but it is a very small community, but we are starting to grow it a little bit. So the more we grow it, we'll do things like have our video here, and then we can always have questions and answers over on Patreon. And I do live streams over there. I did a bunch of them Friday, so I'm actually still kind of tired from Friday and Saturday because I was at the Milton Artist Guild on Saturday. So you got to go. So anyway, I was at the Milton Artist Guild, and it was quite wonderful. Um, and I was there so much longer than I anticipated to be there. So anyway, this wool is absolutely amazing. Um, it is when you have real shorn wool from the farm and they went through and washed it, probably by hand. Maybe they did put it in, I don't know if they would put it in a front loader. I hardly doubt it. But they wash it in bulk in big tubs and probably outside. And that's how I used to wash mine. So, but then you go through and you just pull it apart. And the reason you do that, you do it for a couple of reasons, is you want to, first of all, this is called splaying. And the splaying is necessary for you to even begin uh your needle felting, because this has to be going in a couple of different directions for the wool to hook. So it does take this kind of work, but as you go along, you like I just happened to pick up a pretty good sized piece there, but you can pick up smaller pieces and work with smaller pieces, and then you're working more frequently. My thing now on this, now this all of this is not wool. This is actually foam, and it's foam from a used pillow from a thrift shop. That's what this is. And you need that so your needle can go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm adding a hefty amount here because now I'm focusing on making it a little bit longer. And this is what I want to do. So I'm going to put it at the end. Some fell off, that's okay. But this is a thick amount. So I start off with my pieces anyway, with very, very thin amounts because I really, really, really want them to hook. When we get to this point, I'm trying to get length, I'm trying to get diameter. So anyway, I stay with a single needle. So I stay with a single needle because it's easier for me than what they call the plunger prongs. They call them plunger prongs, and they they are very what shall I say? You cannot tell whether your needle felted or not. You can't tell. And for me, I can't tell. With this, I can tell. I can tell it's hooking. It's going in there beautifully. I can manipulate the wool better. I just love it. I love the single. So, if when I make my bigger pieces, actually, I stay with my single needle. And you're probably thinking, well, how do you make really big pieces? Well, if I get contracted to make a really big piece, because I am experienced in wet felting and actually did a whole bunch of that when I had my sheep. And that brought me more into needle felting, but it was the wet felting I was doing. That is what I was doing. So the wet felting, it goes hand in hand with needle felting when, in my opinion, when you're adding decor, you're adding rims, detail, shapes. Now, mind you, it's different from shibori. Shibori is manipulation in itself, but you can manipulate shibori with a sewing needle. You can reinforce Nuno felting with this kind of needle. and I've done that because I did felting. So I'm just pulling these pieces out as I go along a little bit. They're a little loose. So, and I'm pulling this down a little as I go along. So now I was looking for music to put on as I work, and I was looking for what they call, no copyright or copyright free music that I could use for video, that I could use for my video. And the only music thus far I could find on YouTube that allows us to use music for our YouTube videos is gaming music. I mean, I'm not saying gaming music is bad. I listen to it. However, it's a completely different vibe. And so it's not one that I would do my work to. Let's put it that way. There's no flow. And that's because when they do gaming, right, it's very compartmentalized. They're visually looking at um a screen. They're looking at a screen and they're looking at prompts and stuff like that. And then they're kind of doing their shooting in not hoop making a basket, like let's say playing basketball or something like that. Whatever they do in the gaming, finding their way through a maze, things like that. So this is what I do. This is what I do. I'll do this all day long for hours and hours. Now, does it seem like hours? It really doesn't to me, because what's happening is, see, as I get this piece down, this piece is adhering beautifully. I'm getting this I mean, you can see see, the thing with needle felting is you can cut it, you can sew it, you can decorate it, you can manipulate it, you can move it. I don't put wires in mine or armature or anything like that. I work completely I don't know, you want to say freehand. I work freehand. That's the way to say it. So you can sit in solid. This has to be pretty well solid, because if it is squishy, it's not going to be a substantial piece. You're just not going to have a piece that stays together, basically, because as it is, fibers will come apart. They will come apart. They will come loose on the needle felting piece. It's just a natural, they just naturally lift. You can see right here. So when that happens, if it's loose, if you have a very loose, squishy kind of a piece going on, then you're going to get not just fibers coming loose, you're going to get bunches of them, like clops of it coming loose. And your piece will fall apart. So you don't want that. So now I'm adding another. Now this is a really nice piece of wool. For those of you who need needle felt, you're into your needle crafts, this is beautiful. Now, people don't realize that you can actually needle felt fabric into wool. You can needle felt a piece of a wool blanket into the wool, and you can or Nuno felt it if it's wool. If it's organic, it's going to have fibers that just hook. It's just what's going to happen. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. and I'm gonna share this with you for a little bit longer, and then I'll show you the thrift shop. On my thrift shop, I didn't get a lot, but I got a few things that I think will help my display over at the Milton Artists Guild. And that was so much fun over there. Okay. So I got a nice, but see this, if you're needle felter, you're looking for this here, for pieces like that, you definitely want to take the time to pull them apart. So you want to pull them apart like that. This down there. Now that's good. I'm going to add to this end of it. Now I usually kind of just go to the end, and it gives me, probably, it will give me just a little bit of a fraction of an inch, but it will be enough so that I have added to the length. Now you could do it that way, and it's kind of like exponentially, it just starts to um get larger and larger. But I think what I'm going to do is this side like this, and and continue like that. Okay, so this is the beginning of a bear, and I guess to get the point on what I'm doing, um, and I will be doing hours of this. So I mean, I was thinking back and forth. Should I just stay on YouTube for hours sharing this? Is this something that you really want to see for hours? It just for me to just be there. That's one way to do this. Or I could just do a small clip like this. You get the idea, and you kind of seen a little bit of what the needle felting is like. And but I am going to stay on for a little bit. I did tell some people I would be here. So um you what you could do is skip ahead too if you're seeing a review of it. And because it's like this, it's just like this for quite some time, for probably the whole video. But so you can needle felt sheep's wool, you can needle felt alpaca, you can needle felt merino wool, which is sheep's, llama, you can needle felt cat's fur, for goodness sakes. People have done it. There are certain cats and rabbits too. You can needle felt their wool, but you can, if you have a pet, if you have one of those rabbits, especially that has the long, long hair, and Angora, that's what they are. And you can comb their fur out. Just comb it out every single day. You keep them nice and groomed, and oh, I'm telling you, actually, you know what? If you have an Angora rabbit, you have made an investment, because the rabbit's fur, Angora, if you go buy a sweater, a blouse, whatever it is, in Angora, yeah, that's a lot of money. I'm telling, and Angora is so soft. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful. I mean, yeah, if you have an Angora rabbit, comb it out every day, and you automatically have your wool. And you can learn to wash it. You can wash it, and just to make sure you've got it nice and clean and this and that. And I don't, you don't use heavy detergents. I don't, you don't use heavy detergents or chemicals or anything like that in it. Uh, use very mild soap, and then you have to make sure that the soap is out completely. Because if you don't, if the soap is not out completely, um, it will what do you call it? It will degrade your wool over time. It will shorten the life of the wool. So yeah, this is coming along beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. And the reason I want the center so solid on this is I want the bear to be able to stand. Now, this bear will have Boro Sashiko like this. This piece is whoops. What I do is I create the piece that goes on the bear to be Boro Sashiko. This is Boro Sashiko stitching. There are layers of which you've seen this before, but then I add the painted, I add the decor. I make it as creative as possible. So that's something that I do for each bear, and each bear is different. Now, the only thing I haven't done yet for the bears is name them. So I do have tags that have my name, not my like full name, but my name, Carmella, on them so that they know that's the artist who has made this piece. So anyway, I think I'm going to do another round, and then we will get to the thrift shop share, and I'll show you what I got. So now this is a little thicker, and it's okay because I've got my center nice and cohesive. I've got I've got this so that when I'm needle felting into the top part of it, all of it, as far as this needle is going down, is all cohesive. It's all together. Um, it's not squishy like this. It's complete. This is complete. So I got my little birds out there, and we've got the lawnmower out there. So I got the door shut so that you can hear. And I'm just going to put this down so you can see. But yeah, those are the things that you can. I want to add this to the end like this because I want to get a little bit more of a length going. And I don't know why needle felting is not as popular. Maybe, the needle, I'm going to tell you, is super duper sharp. When you do wet felting, it does take a long time. Now, it takes a long time in the drying. It takes a lot of space. Even if you're doing small pieces, you need space to roll and to press your wool. You absolutely need space. And I can't do it in the apartment. That's why I focus on my needle felting, is because I can handle projects like this much better. So this is going to be beautiful. I'm going to make progress with this today. For sure. So This is it's organic and a very natural, beautiful, eco-friendly art. It's a very, very eco-friendly art. And you know what? If your hands are rough, guess what? This wool, the lanolin that's left in it, and there'll always be a little bit, unless they really bleach it out. But if you're going to get it off of a local farm, you can bet there'll be some lanolin in it, which is so good for your hands, so good for your skin. Okay, so for that, I think what I'm going to do, and see, as I needle felting, I get tiny little pieces here that come out. That's okay. It's like a piece of hay. But yeah, this is going to be good. Now, when I reach this point right now where it's getting this large, today I'll be able to finish the body because this is the body. So I need definitely several more inches over and up and around. And but I can see I'm going to get there today. So this is why needle felting is priced high, because it takes a long time. If you're making the piece substantial and solid and you're not filling it with cardboard or paper or anything like that, you're giving someone a genuinely 100% needle felted piece. It's going to be pricey because of this, because it takes time. It's repetitive to a degree. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. So, anyway, this is the project I'm working on today, and there. And with that, I think I am going to show you what I've got. I'm going to put this to the side and show you what I got at the thrift shop. And we'll take it from there. So what I was looking for was primarily something that would be act as a stand for my bear. And I'm just going to put him on this book because he needs a stand there. I'm just going to put him like that for now. Okay. So I ended up getting this, which is, and I have to really clean these down, but this is an iron piece that has a little opening here. So, I think it was kind of just like a napkin holder or something. And I got this with the idea that I could somehow put the bear uh, on it and have it be a stand without infringing piercing the bear. So got that. I got this. And this is also a napkin holder. So, it's wooden. So anyway, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of test this out. Now, see, I really, really like this because I'm going to show you the front. Really, really, really like this because I've been making the baby bears and I don't have any right now. The baby bears take me all day to make a baby bear. To get it the way I want it. But this bear, you can see it has a second bar. I can put another little baby bear. I could put its baby bear on that bar right there. And so I really, really love that. So this prototype, it tells me that the next piece I'm working on, that this is going to work. Okay. So that's pretty cool. And then I got this little napkin holder, and what I'm thinking, this poor bear, this is my tester. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess this would be, yeah, I guess this would not really work. Nah, that would not work. Not quite the way I was thinking. So, yeah, unless it goes like that, but I mean, it could work, but see that spreading the legs, I really don't want to ruin my piece. But I do like this right here. I think that that works just beautifully. So, okay. So we got that. And these were just like, this was actually 75 cents. So, um, even if I kept that and refurbished it, right? That's beautiful. Now, the other thing I got is I was looking for an art journal, and I didn't want to go spend a bunch of money on it. So this was 99 cents. And take a look at this. It's all clear because I am getting images in my mind on different bears to sketch. So um this I can put use this book for that because I have a tiny little book, I've used it up. So that's done. This, look at how cutesy this is. This, I don't know if it's old or not. It's kind of heavy. It's an M&M. It's just adorable. So this was like 99 cents. So I got that. I don't know why I got that. It has nothing to do with art. But I did get this to organize and keep my things in. And I always need something to put like I've been thinking this is getting full here. I really want my snaps in a place that I can get them easily. So that might work well. I don't know. I don't even know yet if that's what I'm using. I do not know. But when I go to the Milton Artist Guild, I do know I'm always looking for something because I'm bringing, like, for example, if I'm bringing this project, this project will fit perfectly in here. Like, and I'll bring half of a project up to the Milton Artist Guild and I'll sit and work. So this is the kind of thing you want because if you have needles or scissors, and I think the scissors fit perfectly in here. The little pekins do, yes. I don't know about the larger one, probably not. Yeah, the larger one, no. But anyway, with that, so that's what I got, and I'm super happy with it all. And I'm sorry I missed you, but I hope if you have any questions on this video, please let me know. And impromptu, I will be doing impromptu jump-ons here. Let's see, today is we're so early in the week, right? We just started our week, it's Monday, but I most likely be on here Wednesday. I'm thinking, and I think I'm going to keep that 11 o'clock. And what's the project for Wednesday? It's my bridge. So that bridge, that will make me have something done on that exhibit piece by Wednesday at 11. And we'll see you then.